Check, check, check. This is just a test. This is just a test to see how this turns out. Just testing some things, everybody. I'm trying to figure out a new way to do this. That I can record this, perhaps. These VOD reviews take me like 6 hours, so I sometimes can't stay up for 15-hour long days. I got reprimanded by my therapist for staying up for like 20, 25 hours at a time. So I'm trying to figure out a way that like I'm prepping for. I'll show you a little bit what I'm working on. Why I'm working on the LEC season finals upper round Mad Lions versus G2. So this stuff takes me a lot of time to make you these slides. Let me put my microphone where it's supposed to be. So we're just testing right now the stream. This should be about right here. We're testing this because we may do it where I record this and then stream it to Twitch and then upload it to YouTube, and then I can edit it on YouTube. But I've got some medical problems. I've got like a circulation problem in my legs, which can cause me wounds and sores. And I have one right now that I'm dealing with. So it takes hours out of my day to like take care of the wound and bandage it and shower and clean it. And it makes me have to go to the wound care once a week, right? So I have to go Monday. So this is where I've been. I've had appointments this week. I got new glasses. They're great. They have blue light blocking. They're made for staring at computer screens. So I really like my new glasses. Go to the therapist. Updated my meds. So Sodaron is doing a lot better now. Now I'm bad about where I don't eat healthy at times because I'm worried about like working on all this League of Legends stuff, and so like I need to take breaks and eat and make food. I'm not lazy, so I don't eat fast food. So it takes me time to prepare my meal. So I may not, like today I've got to do 5 games that are like 50 minutes long. And it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. I'm trying to get on a normal sleep schedule. Looks like my volume might have dropped a little bit now. No, I'm not as loud now. My medicine calming me down. I would at times get a little over anxious or excited about things, right? So I'm feeling a lot better. The VODs will be a lot better now. I'm more stable. So my content will be much better. But I'm working on ironing out some personal issues this week. That's why I haven't been around. But we're trying to figure out a new way to do this and see how it turns out. So instead of doing a 6-hour trial of this and then being like, whoop, that didn't work. I just wasted 6 hours. I thought I better do a little test here. Just test. And see how this turns out. It seems like I'm not talking as loud. I was pretty bad about talking really loud. So I could tell like some changes in my voice a little bit. Like I'm not having to talk as loud. I made a new thumbnail. I'm updating a lot of my stuff on my personal channel too. If you go back, I know you kids out there won't watch VODs that look like this because you won't click on the thumbnail. And this is where Sodaron's just a noob at making thumbnails. And like I thought, I know that you won't watch this stuff unless it has like a professional looking thumbnail. So then Sodaron had to go and learn to make thumbnails. This one is okay, but that's the last one you'll probably see like that. Like I would go and custom make my thumbnails. And maybe I should call this let's see. Stream date. Where is Sodaron? Where have I been? I am here working hard for you. So this is just an update. I'm going to try the route of recording this. And the problem that I have is I don't know how well it'll come off. I can also, if I record it, I could probably like interact with the chat and stuff. Now, this will also allow me to stream more too, like, and I can interact with my chat. If I had more chat, I would do this live. Some of the problem though, like I don't get much live views on my stream, and I understand that because I take breaks. Like if I'm doing 5 games, I may do one game and stop for 20 minutes and then come back. And recording it allows me where I can do one game and do whatever I need to throughout my day, go and make food, come back when I'm feeling like it, do game number 2. The quality of the analysis should be much better. I have a problem with streamers and or even casters where they give bad analysis, because when you're doing, like say you're an LCK caster and you've got 2 matches you have to do. So say the games are 30 to 50 minutes long, and then it goes into, you'll hear the casters be like, it'd be nice if they'd close this game out, because they're worrying about they've got to cast another game, right? Some casters get lucky where maybe they don't have to cast 3 games. They only have to cast 2 games, right? So their day's shorter. And, time adds up. I've been a bad person about time and scheduling. I'd like to get a schedule on my stream so I can actually schedule you, like when will I be here. Right now it's just random. It may be like 4 o'clock in the morning. It may be like midnight. It might be 9 o'clock. So hopefully I can like do this where like I want to live a life where I get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I get stuck in this every year with League of Legends because I watch all the games minus the LCS because it feels like a waste of time to me. That's some of the problem I have with this VOD review that I'm trying to get into today. So I'm just giving you a little behind the scenes. This is going to take me a long time to go through and clean up mistakes and things I see in this, because there's a lot of mistakes made. Why is G2 banning Aurora? I would think that Caps and Broken Blade, from what I've seen, they need to be playing Aurora, because even the VCS was playing Aurora top and mid a week ago. So I worked with GAM, so I do watch the VCS a little bit. The guy that I worked with was promoted to head coach last season on GAM, and now I think he's on a better team now. He went to Vikings. And his head coach is SOFM, which, that makes sense why he would be the head coach, and why the guy I worked with he wasn't really demoted, but he went back to being an analyst. So I have worked with the analyst, the owner a little bit. The head coach didn't really get to talk to that much because the Asian system is like, it trickles up, like if you work with an analyst, then the analyst takes his information and feeds it to the head coach. And then like maybe the head coach takes and feeds the information to the owner. Now the owner of GAM was a little bit like TSM's owner. He was very involved with the coaching and trying to oversee everything. But there's kind of like a respect thing in the Asian culture. So it trickles up. So like, if you're working with the analyst, you don't really need to talk to the head coach, because the analyst turns his work into the head coach. Like there's a whole system in place. Now, when it comes to LCS and LEC teams, that's good. I need heavy rain tomorrow. That's good. I'm glad of that. So, anyways, I've spent time in updating all these thumbnails, making a template, etc. Because I know a lot of you won't even watch this stuff unless it has a good looking thumbnail. I'm not going to pay money to an artist. I'm also trying to learn how to use GIMP and Photoshop. I learned in high school. But again, I can't really afford to spend 2 days learning how to use something when I've got games I need to be analyzing every day. Now, this may be where this channel is just prepping for next season, and next season might be way better. So that's some of the way I look at it. But I got to learn how to use this program. Back in 2003, I learned how to use Photoshop, and it's came a long way since I've used it. So I got to learn how to blur things and layer stuff, which I have a pretty. I understand how. It's just going to take me time to go in here and mess with stuff to learn how to do it. Um, I don't really believe I get people that are artists wanting me to hire them all the time. I just talked to one I'm wanting to make some type of intro scene and video that looks much better, but I'm trying to learn how to add layers and blur things in here. It was really difficult to get the scale to the right size. But I think that's a good piece of art. Something original. It seems to be catching views. So what I got to learn is like do a new layer. And I have experience in this, so then I guess like I would see if I could do this better. Because it's kind of blocky to me right now. So see, I'm running into stuff I don't know what I'm doing. Delete layer. Oh no, I just messed it up. So it's just gonna take me time. But like I could layer these and blur these better. Right now I just use paint. What I'd really like is the text to pop out more. So, but I could probably find a way to blur this a little bit better so it doesn't stand out as much. Or, yeah. So, but, I'm running on basic. I put in a lot of work on all these VODs. So, right now I'm working on this. I don't know if I'll get it all recorded today. That's why I'm wanting to record it because, if I'm up till midnight, okay, it's 3 o'clock now. So each game's 50 minutes long. It usually takes me about an hour and a half sometimes, even if it's like a 30-minute game. But I would just like to spend hopefully an hour for each game. And but what I don't know is to record each game separately and then play them on my stream. And that's what I'm testing here is because I'm recording this instead. And then I need to I'm testing out the audio level basically to make sure the audio level's better or the audio level's fine because when I restream it, I have to go and change some of the volume settings and be aware of it. Like this, I have to turn all the way up. This, I have to turn all the way up. So I got to test it. I don't want to do 7 hours and then be like, because I've done VODs where I've messed up the volume and then, or you hear me talk about this gets turned down for some reason and I only have one monitor. Or I need two so I can run OBS on the second one, and I can always see like, oh, my volume went down, and then I can quickly fix it. Or I can pull Epic Pen over. But I'm just working on this. You know, it takes me a lot of time, and to go to this site here and give you the... Oh man, we're on patch 14.16 now. So I guess League of Legends got patched. So there's another thing. Corki is nerfed? What did they do to Corki? Vi's buffed again. You're going to see Vi at Worlds, and that helps sell Arcane. It's pretty obvious, so they buffed Vi yet again. She just got buffed. So Vi's going to be really strong. Not really strong, but strong. It doesn't take Major Tom. This is what was OP. It was allowing you to get vision in the side lanes. That was a lot of the reason. It's been a few years and Lucian's back to terrorizing, and then thankfully we got some very specific levers for Lucian that he can only benefit from in the bot lane, so we're pulling them to make him less dominant. We're lowering the wave clear burst damages Q and directly compensating that damage. We don't like that buff. And that just, who cares? They'll just play like Zeri, or I've always thought Samira would be good mid lane. I think Samira is good jungle. We missed Kiana and our assassin sweep last patch, so take her. So her time is now. Let's just test something out since I'm here. Let me put my little scene up. I don't like giving out my account information. Let's test something out. Again, I talk about this too. I don't know why the game wants to change this every time. This is my account that has Samira. I think Samira would be good mid lane or jungle. I've messed with her in the jungle. Sound. I like to go in here and make funny picks for jungle, like jungle Lissandra. I don't know why I don't have any sound. Sound. Enable sound. Okay. I also need to test that. So Samira. That one. Let's see how she clears.
You want style? You found
I
them.
really think she could be a jungler. Or a mid laner. She's like a better version of Katarina. She may be really bad. Okay, it sounds like my sound is way too loud. Sound. How's that? Sounds like it still might be loud.
I've got two
Okay,
rules
I'm not
for
gonna
every
warp.
fight.
Now, a lot of the reason I do practice tool is I've showed you is I like that I can just directly warp and save a minute. Now, looks like my mouse setting got changed again. Nope.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Oh, I know what I'm missing. I need this. I forgot to play this. It'll change my DPI. Like, I get kind of irritated over this stuff. There we go. Okay. So, what should we take first?
Minions have spawned.
Seems like the announcer's kind of loud. We don't like music volume. This might be a rough clear for her. Let's try this one.
Maybe I'll get a tattoo to celebrate the occasion.
Look how she just diced through all that. Very long cooldown though.
The Empire values strength. I value style. Always bet on me.
She has a very rough first clear, which she may even need the health pot. And the E's on a very long cooldown. It might be to prevent this.
Others bullets. Why not both?
Oh, actually I probably messed it up because I forgot her Q. I forgot. See if I can, let's redo this. Leave. Maybe I should have queued first. I forgot her Q does area damage. So I didn't need the E. Like the E was probably like the worst one you could do first. So let's try again. This is how you master champions, guys. You know, whoop-de-doo, she didn't do well the first clear. That doesn't mean she's bad. Like a lot of you would be like, whoop, she's bad and give up. What if I did that with the Q on the first camp? Those new glasses are really helping. That's what irritates me right here, because I can't tab out to change my mouse settings
Name's
now.
Samira. Try not to slow me down.
I forgot to leave the screen open. This is why a lot of you probably do bad solo queue. So let's save some time and fast forward.
To Summoner's Rift.
Feels like it's
30
off.
seconds until minions spawn.
Task manager. No, that even. This is why I don't like League of Legends right now. I can't even tab out
Have spawned.
to change my mouse properties, which the game changes. This is probably why you have pauses.
Hope I get some blood on these boots. The color's a bit dull.
Because it feels like the game changed my mouse setting. It's a little bit off.
I don't work. I slay.
Much better clear. Maybe fleet footwork.
Alive when I'm walking the line. Well-behaved women don't make.
I know it's a little rough.
Don't mess with me.
That was the hard part.
Only need one eye to hit
You
my.
only need one eye. That's probably taken. Oh. It's mine.
Thrilling. Celebrate the occasion. The Ascendant think they own my people. They are wrong.
I still think I could pull off Jungle Samira. Maybe it's not like pro level yet. I don't know. It looks like Kiana got buffed too, so she'll be back. But some of why I think Samira would be so strong is she can wave clear. About missed that.
On my right behave.
I think she would, maybe not jungle, but I think she'd be really strong in the mid lane or flex her top lane. I've said this for multiple seasons now, not just this season, but now we've got all these AD champions in the mid lane. Is auto attack on? No. I don't think York. Where is York?
A few more.
He doesn't want to mess with this. So her first clear is a little rough, but I don't know. I still think she could jungle really well, and I know she could mid lane really well. Because her, where she's melee and ranged.
Nothing more lethal than comfort.
It was just getting that first clear down the first.
How did that old trick go?
I got a lot of CS for
Right.
5 minutes in the game. I can get the lethality item already. I think I'd almost.
I'm not built to win.
I didn't want to turn this into like a 40-minute thing. So there's that. Because now I'm going to have to restream this. Kiana, base armor increased, Q damage increased, bonus damage to monsters. Yeah, I think we'll see Kiana. That's a big buff from 50% to 75%. What are they doing to Senna? It's not as big as a nerf as I thought it would be to Senna. I think they need to limit her stacks. Skarner still isn't doing too well, so we're continuing to bring up his ability to tank. I think some of these teams troll Riot and they make it look like they're bad, and then they buff them even more. I don't know. Passive damage. Silas, base health increased. Passive damage increased. W damage increased. I'm just skimming over these, by the way. I'm not really... Vi has been a champion that even if appropriately balanced found herself in pro play jail. These changes are intended to give her a little bit of power back without... You just buffed her. Minimum damage. 45, blah, blah. It's a lot of information that doesn't matter. Maximum damage, 160%. It's not like a huge buff. Wukong, passive bonus, armor increased. E bonus, attack speed increased. Wukong is one of the simpler champions in the game and not driving everyone in blow. So he's got plenty of room for more power. Bonus attack speed. Black Cleaver no longer prevents champions from applying 2 stacks. Blade of the Rune King. Blade of the Rune King came out a little strong than it should have for AD, so we're bringing its power down. Nerfing Doran's Blade. Death timers. So that's a lot. So anyways, I'm just showing you the behind the scenes because it takes me a lot of time to go and do my draft thing. Right, I gotta go in here and get...
Smolder mid or bot is the question, though.
I think Smolder alongside an Alistair makes more
The
sense.
wrong button.
For you to get stacks.
Yeah, but I remember in the LCK there was that Smolder mid game that was really popping off.
But I think Ezreal has a much better matchup into the Azir. So I think the laning is going to be a lot better there if you send Ezreal there.
See, we want this at... What?
My worry is how the lane's going to go. This looks a little bit rough. Maybe the Alice can neutralize the all-in potential and the trades from the Kalista Rel.
There we go.
There's going to be any kind of lane swap shenanigans. I don't know what Lulu Top does. I have to say. In recent times, I haven't.
It's so funny to me.
So I have to go in and like do this and...
Like, were you even playing the game? Were you born?
Ah! Grab these screenshots.
It's so funny to me that, like, were you around for the Lulu top meta? Like, were you even playing the game? Were you born?
For your notes. But a lot of you probably don't even look at. And it just takes me a lot of time. I still gotta get the epic pen one. So it's a lot of time wasted or what, you know. I don't know if you guys pay attention to this stuff or not. If I'm wasting my time, if I watch like Monty, he doesn't really explain that much, but you guys love it. One, two,
I will say that even though Rumble is up, we don't really know Mo and to be a Rumble player.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3,
We'll see if that's
4,
even going to be the
5,
once they look to lock in
1,
something like,
2,
well, I was going to say like the
3,
Tristana, even after the nerfs, I wouldn't be surprised if Caps still
5.
knows that, but they're going for the first big route.
Okay, then I gotta go get the screenshot for my notes.
I think remember cleared a bunch of minions. It's the most satisfying minion a while back.
In top lane.
Yeah.
And you'd go think things like
A lot of
Reed
button
playing all
hitting.
that random
Yeah.
stuff.
But it's back. I suppose.
We'll see if it's bad.
If it is top as well, that's such a Mirwin pick. Let's be honest.
yeah,
When we
100%.
talked about Mirwin coming in from
Hey guys, come on, pick it so I can grab the screenshot here.
That are so much more eclectic than our usual picks. So I am very excited to see it. I'll do some
Smolder.
Obviously it's Smolder. How did you guys not see that coming?
4 weeks off, and this is what they've cooked for
So
us.
there's game one. Now I've only got to do this like 5 more times, and then I go do my analysis, and I gotta look.
Yeah, but I remember in the LCK,
Well, what's canon and the Lulu, which I'm not gonna find information to this.
So I think the laning is going to be a lot better there if you send Ezreal there and Smolder down in bot, I think. But my worry is how the lane's going to go. This looks a little bit...
I don't think I'm gonna find Kennen and the Lulu at all.
I wonder if there's going to be any kind of lane swap shenanigans. I don't know.
One game. So there was one game.
In recent times, I haven't
It's
seen
so
it.
funny to me that, like, were you around for the Lulu top meta? Like, were you even playing the game? Were you born?
It was like bored.
So, I have some data. Last time we saw it in a major region was LCS Spring 2022
Oh, it's
from
pretty recent.
Puni. It was Immortals versus
And so I was sitting here doing all this work all at one time, no break, being up for 20 hours,
in 2021.
or the 8 hours. I don't know, it was just taking me a lot of time, so...
Maybe funnel, but
like now, I need to take a break and eat something, so... just, you know, testing something out. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this and see how it sounds. Let's try this. Check, check, check. Hey now, can you hear me over top of the casters? Hey now, check, check, check. So I'm working on this, guys. I don't know if it'll get out tonight or tomorrow. It really depends if this recording thing works or not. So here we go. Going to stop it. So I'm trying. I want to set up one more thing on this, so you guys probably aren't watching or anything, but I want to add an outro scene. So, let's see. Outro. Okay. Put that down here. I have a source to add. Image. Browse. Artwork. Okay. Well, it'll just have to look like this for now. There we go. We got an outro scene. Make sure to like and subscribe my channels, please. Twitch.tv/Sodaron and YouTube.com. Sodaron5828. And let's see. Music. And we've got an outro song. Open with this. There we go. We've got the stream updated today. The channels did some work here. I want to be able to get this cropped, something where it will go here. That'll take some time. Probably add another one. Browse. Works. Alright, that works. That works for now. have a better one. Let's see if I can do this.
And the hardest part of living this one life is the fact that you weren't always by my side. As the years went by, it was one big fight. We can make it through this. We can do this right.
This might be a better one.
Supplication, everything I see is mine. I think we're gonna hit disaster, just give me one more try. Supplication, everything I see is mine. I think we're gonna hit disaster, just give me one more try.
This will be better.
And the moon came out on that gloomy night. Her face was full of pleasure, his was full of delight. And the clock struck 12, she was out of sight. They still love each other, all they could do was fight. Supplication, everything I see is mine. I think we're gonna hit disaster, just give me one more try. Supplication, everything I see is mine. I think we're gonna hit disaster, just give me one more try. Supplication, everything I see is mine. I think we're gonna hit disaster, just give me one more try. Supplication, everything I see is mine. I think we're gonna hit disaster, just give me one more try.
Oh, that's better. There we go.